The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Now the rookie fourth-round pick. This is Dameon Pierce. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Another carry for Pierce. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos
at their own 14-yard line.
Now it's Wilson.
Flush to his right.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Wilson flushed out right.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Stiff-armed him. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The Broncos had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect the...
There he goes, left side. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Boy, I got to say, I don't know how he made it all the way to the end zone without going down. What a run.
Absolutely incredible that was, because defensively you're taught to break down, wrap up. But in this case, he didn't really allow it. And really, no one was able to slow him down enough for the extra help to get there. He just kept getting out of tackles all the way downfield and found the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Stuck for a loss by the linebacker, Josie Jewell.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Open man there is Collins, complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Pierce now up the middle.
And some room to maneuver. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
1st down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
These two teams all tied after 1.
Second and 10.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
On fourth down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Smith to return it. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Throwing again on second down. Newton, he's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught at the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And Wilson going to keep it again. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. To the 43, second down. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. He'll buy some time right. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Jerry Jeudy took a step back from his rookie numbers in 2021 while battling an ankle injury throughout the season. They're definitely hoping the arrival of Russell Wilson can help him reach his ceiling as a former 15th overall pick. Judy came through there with a chain-moving catch.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Throwing is Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Brandon, there was more in his mind there than just getting to the first down marker. Saw an opportunity to get a big play and was going to let the defense do a lot to stop him from getting there.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for 1st and 10. Here's Newton.
And that's complete downfield to Cooks.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead is already...
And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos
at the 40.
Here's Williams to start the drive.
They find some open field here.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 177 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And 22 more yards there and another first down.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams.
His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Broncos take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles, but they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here we go.
fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Making that play behind the line was Justin Simmons.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Cam's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And this is caught by Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Up the middle, it's Williams. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 231 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. Again, it's Williams. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got room. And all the way home, the Broncos score.
Javonte Williams,
36 yards.
And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Newton. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 145 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. This is caught. It's Cooks.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now a handoff for Pierce.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Back to the ground with Pierce.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. And the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters, and the officials say yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. And now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. With 1 second to go, this just sent us to overtime. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's got a man complete.
And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Wilson out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, wise choice was made here, and he didn't risk a turnover because he understood the pressure was coming, saw the tight coverage, and decided just to throw it away and live another down.
He's got it to Williams. He'll get it inside the 20. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Broncos, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Houston, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as